I'm bringing you a video about something that's concerned me in an interesting way for quite some time, and that is the subject of accents and why we think they're attractive. Because, you know, we all swoon over a British accent or a Spaniard or possibly a Frenchman. I personally am not one for Frenchmen. But nonetheless, lots of girls and lots of guys think that foreign accents are just unbelievably attractive. And so I decided, for the benefit of you, my dear lovelies, to go online and do as much research as possible so I could bring you a definitive answer. Unfortunately, all my research really didn't culminate in a definitive answer because there is none. I went on several different sites, looked all over the place for reasons why. And I came to the conclusion that it's definitely entirely social. There are no physiological reasons. Granted, there's speculation that it's all about finding someone with a very different very different genome than yourself, so you'll have viable offspring. But really, that's not supported at all. So what I basically came to the decision is that it's a social thing, and it's all about exoticism. When you say go to bed with a guy who is from England or Spain or Somalia, it's like taking a mini vacation. It's like you're at a place where all you hear is their beautiful, exotic, different accent, and it's exciting. It's spicy. So it makes you feel like you're taking yourself out of your mundane life. So that's one reason I came up with, and from my research. And also, to tie in with the fact that it's social, not physiological, auditory cues are a big deal in pleasure receptors in the brain. If you hear, for example, the scrape of a piece of ginger against a scraping, like a grater, you might get an idea, oh, they're making like some type of Asian dish that I really, really like. Or possibly you hear a bowl clanging with a fork in it, and you're like, oh my god, cookies. And so people's voices can do that as well. I know I hear a theme song, and it instantly will make me happy, or it'll evoke all sorts of memories. So say you had a professor, for example, from, I don't know, Canada, and you loved the way he talked. You loved the way he pronounces his O's. You loved the way that he rounded his mouth around some of his vowels. And so now every time you hear someone with a Canadian accent, I know it's a super subtle accent, it was just the first thing that popped into my mind, you instantly think, oh, that Canadian professor was so freaking hot. This guy must be hot too. And so it's a relative thing. You want to relate those two things in your head. You want to mesh them together. Apparently, 6 out of 10 women have been report having been seduced solely by an accent. That was the only reason they went home with the guy, was because he had an accent. 6 out of 10, 60%, more than half of women report being seduced only by an accent. A lot of women who are dating foreign men report that the accent makes up for any physical flaws that might be there. So say someone from England, you're dating someone from England, and you hate their teeth, or you don't like the fact they have a receding hairline or something. The fact that they have an accent and you find that so intrinsically attractive will make up for all their physical shortcomings. For example, I don't think Jude Law's very attractive. Granted, this is a bad example because lots of people think he's very attractive. Let me think of a better one. Alex Day. You guys may know him since this is a YouTube channel and YouTube community. He's big in the YouTube community. He's British. He has a lovely voice. I think he's kind of repulsive looking, but I could listen to his voice all day, and I can like totally imagine going out on a date with him just because of his voice. So I also I found 2 lists of which accents are the most attractive, and they're very different actually. I found one that was a list of 10, and the most attractive was Irish, then Italian, Scottish, French, Australian, English, Swedish. Why the fuck would a Swedish accent turn you on? Spanish, Welsh, and American was number 10. And then I found another one that makes more sense, which is a list of 5. Yeah, 5, not 4. And it's British is number 1, then Irish, Spanish, Australian, and a Southern drawl. That one makes a little more sense because I don't see Swedish as being sexy at all, and I can't imagine anyone I know seeing Swedish as being a sexy accent because it's kind of weird. I think that's all I have to say. I did serious research. This took me like 2 hours to compile all this research. There is nothing out there on why accents are sexy. Just lots of, oh, accents are sexy with no explanation. So I did all I could. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Birghita, signing out.